One. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel again. Welcome back to with a very heavy heart. I welcome you all to the second episode of Cricket Analysis Show. We got Shreyank with us again. So yeah, Shreyank, what are your views on yesterday's match? Have you digested it yet?
Yeah, the smile might be misleading, but to be honest, you know, pain. Just that, Brooklyn Nine-Nine
Pure
famous
pain,
example.
pure pain, nothing but
Exactly,
pain.
pure pain because it's not just about because of the loss, it's the way we lost it.
We lost
To be honest, that
exactly,
was the most disheartening because
exactly.
the fight was not there. That's what we were looking for, and we did not get it.
And let's get this out of the way first. Pakistan, they just deserve to win yesterday's game. They were
Oh,
brilliant,
absolutely. To be
brilliant,
honest, from the word get go, they were right on the money.
right on the
From the
money from
very
their
first
bowling,
over,
from their fielding.
exactly.
I'll give you
Hmm.
this. Shoaib Malik was almost 40. Did you see that fielding of his to stop that
Yes,
boundary?
yes, yes, exactly. Yeah. That's what. So that's
Yeah,
what I'm telling. No, the intensity, their approach, everything was on point. To
on
be
point.
honest, when when the match started, it was like okay, it was nervy. Obviously, nerves will be there. You got to calm your nerves down and start playing your own style of play. But then I don't know, we look lost. And but credit to Pakistan where they have on the money from the first ball, from the first over, fielding, bowling, keeping, whatever. Maybe you call any aspect of the game, they were right on the money.
They're right on the money, exactly.
Exactly.
And that's why, as a result, they won the game. They deserve to win the game. They outplayed, like
Hmm.
Virat Kohli said, they outplayed as in every department. And
Yeah.
also, coming back to the streak thing again, I remember
Yeah.
MSD talking about it way back in 2016. It had to end someday. It can't go on for
Yes.
50, 60. But
Yes.
again, it's not the loss that's hurting, it's the way we lost it.
Uh,
150, come on.
yes.
It's just not good enough, man. I'll start
Yeah.
with the body language of our players. It looked negative
Uh,
right from the even before the
mm,
ball was balled, right? The second innings, it looked negative. Just wasn't
mm.
there. It looked like
Everything
Pakistan.
was
Yeah, it
looking
looked
tired.
like
Everyone was looking
hmm.
tired.
Yeah,
Everyone was
exactly.
looking okay, lost in their own
Lethargic,
element, some
lethargic.
sort, and then doing the same mistakes that they're doing in the, let it be in the line of length of bowling or whatever. They were doing the same mistakes again, and they let them take the game away. So that they let them
Easily.
settle down in
Yeah.
the first place, and then they also played it sensibly. Let's not take anything away from the batters.
Pakistan.
Rizwan and Babar Azam, two of their best batsmen, and they
We
proved
talked
why they are
about
the
it.
best.
Yes,
So we
they were
talked
heavily
about how
dependent on them. They delivered. And also,
exactly. So
if you notice, yeah, I'll continue. If you notice, they did their homework right. The how Sky struggles against those white balls. He fetches it, plays it away from the body. It
hmm,
happened. The same case
yes,
with Rahul struggling with the incoming ball. That we'll talk about it later. Same
yeah,
with Hardik Pandya as well, with the hard length, how he struggles to get it away. They were right on the
yes,
money, man. Yeah,
exactly. So they did their homework and they came with a game plan and they executed it. That's
beautiful.
everybody has their own game plan,
Mm,
but then when it comes to execution, if it happens in the right way,
nothing like that.
everything will go your way. So it happened with Pakistan. They were on the money. They took the occasion. They did not let the big occasion get bigger on them. They just were calm, composed, did their work, each and every one. What
Mm.
impressed me was each and every bowler. Okay, you can tell Hassan Ali was a bit off. Even though he was off, he went for 40 plus runs, yet he took two wickets, crucial wickets. Again, the same thing, other bowlers were right on the money. I loved how Imad Wasim bowled in the power play. He did
Beautiful.
not he kept the pressure what Shaheen Afridi had built and he kept it on. He did not go to, give any sort of room. He was just, cramping the
Pulling it
batsman
on
for
the
me.
channel.
He
Correct.
was not even bowling the traditional
Yeah,
off
the
break. It
off
was
spinners. He was
more like
just bowling
swing.
it
He
flat.
held the seam flat and seam and then in.
Yeah, he was just
If
dropping
you
it.
observe that. So he was just
And
putting it in
yeah,
and you can tell. So everyone
so
were on the money.
yeah, how important was the toss here? How important was it? Bad toss to lose,
See,
right?
yes, it was a bad toss to lose because now, as winter comes about in desert areas, so the temperature drop is drastic. In the
Right.
afternoon, when the some temperature hits 40, same way when the sun goes down, the temperature keeps on falling drastically, 2-3 degrees per hour. So what happens because of that is we
Moisture.
don't have clouds. Clouds cover is not there
Mm.
in the desert area. So what happens is the moisture starts accumulating because of the fall in reversal in temperature, and that's how this dew starts getting formed on the grass. And it did not help our cause, obviously,
Didn't.
that we lost the toss. It was not in our hand. All we could do was put some runs on the board. We
But
needed 180,
didn't that,
190
but
plus.
one thing, thinking about it now, even 200 wouldn't have been good enough, I guess, the way they batted.
Looked like it, but I would say 190, 200 would put
Good.
a different kind of
Pressure
pressure
board.
on the
Yes,
batsman.
yes,
Now
yes.
it was easy. 150 was kind of easy, and also conditions helped.
Yes,
On
yes.
hindsight, it looks like okay, 200 might have not been enough, but then it would have been different because the batsman will be on. From the word get go, will be on pressure. Like they
Correct,
have to
correct.
score
Yes,
10
yes,
runs
yes,
per
yes.
over, so it would be a
Definitely.
different ball game that time. So
Altogether.
we did not perform the task that we were supposed to, that is get some runs on the board. That's how the game progressed, and
Yeah,
from there onwards, Pakistan looked in complete control.
correct, correct, correct. And also, you want to talk about how our opener is struggling against left arm seamers. It's been the
Yes,
case. Yeah, to put a few things
yeah,
into
you start,
minute
yeah.
way. We've
Hmm.
struggled against Stenbold before. We've struggled against Mitchell Stark, but Stark now doesn't bowl that swing. So we've
Hmm.
somehow negated him. It's been the same case
Hmm.
with Mohammad Amir, and yesterday it was Shaheen Afridi again. These guys just can't play, and I don't blame them at all. If you go
Hmm.
and see the pattern, we just don't have good enough quality left arm fast ballers
Quality
who
left
balls
arm
at
in the
140
country,
and swings it. As a result, they're
in the
not
country.
used
Yeah.
to playing such kinds of balls. When they
Correct.
face these guys, right, it's all over.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts on
Yeah,
it?
I don't. Yeah, exactly. So from first over was evident enough. Like the way Shaheen Afridi came in, that's why you start with your best bowler on the team,
Hmm.
because if the best bowler comes in, goes for runs, but he takes his top order wickets are very crucial in T20. You know how
Hmm.
pressure builds
Of
on from
course,
there.
yeah.
So that's where I feel. So when Shaheen Afridi came in, left arm quick, he's tall also, so he gets the ball to come in, and then the way at the pace which he
She
gets
was.
it in is the more danger. It adds the X
That's
factor
more
to his bowling.
all the
So that's
difference.
where you saw how tangled Rohit Sharma got to the ball. That was
Rohit
marginally
Sharma
few.
was sort of all over the place, I guess. Don't you think
Exactly,
it was
he was
foolish? He
all
could
over
have
the
played it
shot.
much better. Yeah,
We expected better things from him, but
Rohit
we
Sharma, yeah,
sometimes it
just
might
one
be the
off.
occasion that gets the bigger of him. But he was in scintillating from the last time we met them. But so we expected that to happen from him, that
Didn't
he'll score
happen.
runs. But then it did not happen. It was a surprise ball, and he got really surprised. The way
Late,
his
yeah. The
yeah,
way
his
he
left
played
leg
it,
was on
it felt
one
like he was a little
direction, his
surprised.
bat was in another direction, and
Other
he was
direction.
so he
Just,
was all over the place. And same thing happened. And what KL Rahul got,
that's the beauty of
the
a
ball
ball.
that he was dismissing, that was an
Beauty.
absolute
He couldn't
peach.
have done
I
anything better. He couldn't have done anything
Exactly.
much.
So even as an Indian fan, I went,
You have to.
whoa. So that was
Beautiful.
the more kind of delivery. So it was a
But
you know
to be frank, I
bowler's
think
dream.
Sky and Pant actually gave those necessary momentum
E-
to our innings. But
Exactly.
if you're being very frank, Sky and Pant sort of threw their wickets away, especially Sky, playing it
Yeah,
away from the
I
middle.
would agree, because he could have taken his time. He wanted
Yeah,
to up the ante. We understand that fact, because again, Kohli was dropping the anchor on the other side. So
like he always
and
does. But yesterday he
yeah,
had to. It
so
was great
but
inning.
yesterday he was forced into,
Mm.
but we'll have that conversation
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the line. So Sky, obviously he threw his wicket away. We can't talk anything else about it. He's not in form, and that is clearly evident. So that's why I went for Ishan Kishan over Sky, because of the form alone.
And
And then we saw how our middle order crumbled too.
yeah,
Thanks to Pant, who played that
he is
little
some
bit of
sort of,
counter-attacking
he
genius.
gave some
We
sort of a
somewhere,
momentum.
because if he would have stayed for another 3-4 overs, I guess he would have hit 170 at least.
70, yeah,
Because
170.
yes, because he
He's
was
bowled
looking
at a
in good
very
form.
wrong time, very, very wrong time.
Exactly.
And
So every
come,
time we
hmm,
built momentum, they picked a wicket.
yeah, yeah,
Every time we
true,
were
true.
thinking that we were
That's how it
looking
happened.
settled, they picked a wicket. Yeah.
And Hardik Pandya, we didn't expect anything better from him.
Yeah.
We didn't have him in our team, and he was played.
Exactly.
He was just not there, man. You could see him
Yeah, the
struggling.
management seems to back on him as a specialist
There's some
batsman.
fitness
The last time,
issues as well, I guess.
yeah, to be honest, okay, fitness is aside. again he comes down. Okay, I agree. He has come down in the 18th over. He has to come in and slog. But then you also play on the merit of the ball at times. Okay, you
Yeah.
tend to get innovative. But then if the ball is at your length ball and it is wide of your off stump, so what do? You don't have to swing it towards the leg side, right? So you play on what the ball is
Merit of it, but he
asking
gets
for.
like
So
one dimensional. He plays it the own shot. He fell for it.
yeah, that's why I was never confident on this middle order, and
Like,
then
yeah,
it
and
proved
also
right.
Ashwin. I don't think Ashwin would have done any different with the kind of
Yeah,
how wet the
yeah,
ball
yeah.
was.
The spinners, yeah, they could not. We
Varun
had to bowl
Chakravarti
out the
was
spinners before
fabulous.
12.
He
I
was
agree. First 3 overs, he was fantastic. But then
when
fourth over, there was already a momentum coming.
yeah, it was game was
When he
gone by
bowled the
then.
fourth over, before that, Shami went for 10 runs, and then before
Shami
that
was
also,
all over the
the
place,
8 or 9 runs scored.
my goodness.
So that is, yeah, exactly. So that is why when Varun came in, they went for him, and
They
it
played
connected.
him.
Then
They
he was
played him
lucky.
very smartly. You know
Exactly.
how
Yeah, if you observed one thing, if Varun Chakravarti, if we would have bowled first, the same ball that Babar Azam hit for the first six of Varun
mm,
Chakravarti, the same ball would have been caught because there was bounce, but then he went through with the shot, and also because of the dew, no, what happened? It
it
came
zips
onto
past.
him
Yeah,
nicely.
it comes.
It
It zips
zipped,
past.
zipped. Otherwise, it would have gripped in the first session, in the
Yeah,
first,
it zipped past.
if you would have bowled first. So Varun was one only positive, I believe, from the entire the thing,
Yeah,
uh,
correct.
entire others. Everyone failed. I also have a problem with Bumrah coming on the third over. Okay, we
That
always when
actually
we are
showed what Virat was thinking. They made three changes in the first 3 overs. That's where it
yes,
shows up. He was really
yes,
clueless on
I
what to make.
you know for me, I believe when you're going chasing when you're defending a low total, what you have to do is always
Best
start with
bowlers.
your best bowler so that he gets the first breakthrough, and first quick wickets, and then we'll be in the game.
Hmm.
If we keep him for the death over, if we don't have runs to defend in the death over, what is the
There's
point of
no
it?
point.
So
There's no
in
point.
out of the 8 overs that we bowled, Bumrah bowled only 1 over.
No,
So
it-
you tell me,
and it was a
so
collective
there was
failure.
false.
You just can't blame one guy. The entire bowling unit, no, they looked
Collective,
like they
absolutely.
didn't want to be there. It just wasn't
Mm.
there. Even Jadeja
The
wasn't
dew
bowling. He
also did
was
not help their
firing
cause,
it.
and their
Yeah.
line and length also did not help
Well,
that cause.
this,
So I feel
especially Mohammad Shami, he was just
in
dishing
store
it everything on the
on the
leg,
pads.
man. Come on,
Yes,
with
yes.
that pace, this the
There was
Asian batsman
there was 1 over where he bowled almost 5 balls on the pads,
on the
and
patch,
they
and these
tucked it
guys
in,
are
and
world
they
class.
took the boundary.
Babar Azam, and it's too easy for them. You
Yeah,
just
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
they're not winning at all. They're not, but
It was
that's a
it
bad
was
loss.
just baffling. It was
Baffling,
baffling
yes, yes,
because
yes.
we were dismantled completely,
Completely,
like
completely. In a
completely
way,
shook.
it sort of was a reality check with to our
Yeah.
not just our players, to all our media and these toxic fans.
Oh,
No?
oh my God. To be honest, I never bought the hype because the hype, whenever we get buy into the hype, we tend to get aggressive unnecessarily.
Hmm.
And then you know how the media is right now. It is hyphenated, and they just want is their TRPs to just go sky high. So that is the reason why with all this hyphenation, there's going to bound to be aggressive reactions. That's what
Yeah,
happened when we
what
lose or
happens?
when Pakistan loses. Their TV breaking. So it is this. It is just the
Always just
culmination of all the feelings that
correct,
come up,
correct,
and
correct.
they're just toxic as as hell.
Crazy. And
Yeah.
yeah, but finally, what are you still? Facing New Zealand next, then there's Afghanistan and Namibia. We still have very
It's
good
a
chance
tricky.
of making it.
We have a good chance, but then New Zealand is also not an easy team to shake off.
Correct,
So
correct. They've
now,
got bold.
if we,
Same
yeah,
troubles.
exactly. So if we go down to New Zealand too, then it becomes very tricky. Then we have
Very
to depend
tricky,
on
very
either
difficult.
Pakistan or New Zealand to lose a game, and then we have to win our rest of the games.
And
So
we
it is
also
not
know
easy.
our recent track record in a do or die game hasn't been that great. We've always sort of not
Yeah.
played well, so it becomes tricky. But
But then
uh,
there are positives for us because against Australia also, we lost badly in the Test series, and then we went on to win the
yeah,
series.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
same thing with England also. We lost the T20 first T20, we got thrashed, and then we came back. There is the grit in the team to come back.
Come
So
back.
hopefully they bring that thing to their table and then get going. Because the problem is every time we have a bad loss, so to bounce back, we need a game quickly. But now we have a gap of 6 days. So
6 days
let's see
gap. So let's see how
how they
these
take.
guys group back together. And
Mm.
on that note,
Before,
um,
yeah.
Yeah.
Before we go,
Yeah.
we have to talk about this thing also, the other results also, like Australia beating
Those
South
games
Africa. That was
were
a close
crazy.
close
Yeah,
encounter.
let's talk about it. Australia, sort of somehow managed to get over the line somehow.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yesterday's game was pretty interesting. Forget about West Indies. There's nothing really much to talk about it. It's all,
yeah, that game is,
which was
yeah,
bad, but it is not 55 runs, which they could have managed 120,
uh,
130.
absolutely. Yeah, exactly. So West Indies is one of those teams. Either they'll score 250 or they'll get out in 50
Some
runs. So
reckless
that's how
batting,
there's no middle.
reckless
Yeah,
batting from
reckless
their
batting. And
experienced
then
guys. They were
credit
reckless.
to England also. Moeen Ali put such good pressure with the
Ah,
ball up top with the spin, and he was right on the money. So that's why I
money.
feel when each and everyone puts a pressure for bowling, someone else also will get the wickets. Moeen Ali put the wickets. Adil Rashid got the wicket. He got four, and Moeen got two, but still it was fascinating.
And also, if you see this yesterday's game was Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. Sri Lanka were
Oh
down
yeah,
and
yeah, that
out,
was yeah.
55
It was
for 4 or something, and then to come back and win, it must be a lot of confidence, right? To win in such
yeah.
a way.
Their coach is Mickey Arthur, right?
Hmm.
So he has done well with Pakistan also.
Pakistan before, yes.
To take a team which was down and
Hmm.
dusted. From there, he took them to Champions Trophy victory
Yes.
against India. So same thing probably he's doing with the Sri Lankan team also. Like he's
Something is
doing good
getting
stuff.
something
We
right.
saw it in the India tour, the
Correct,
Indian
correct,
B or
correct.
C side tour of Sri Lanka. They did well too.
Okay, before ending the video, let's talk about what's behind, what about a background.
There's a reason,
What is
yeah.
your
There's a
take
reason.
on India taking knees?
To be honest, I'll tell you one thing. I have one problem with, one thing that I'm really allergic to is wokeness. Too. Like seriously, I understand if there is some relation to your country and you doing the
Yes, correct.
gesture, but then if it is not even related to you, why are you doing it? Okay, it might be a universal message, but then you have 99 other bigger problems in your country, and which you can highlight and take a stand for, and you choose to take a stand for Black Lives Matter, which is not even remotely close to what we do. And these are the same players who go on and endorse these big fairness creams
Exactly,
and all these
exactly.
big brands, and then they are all and then they talk about Black Lives Matter. That seems
Black lives
really
do indeed matter.
hypocritical.
In fact, all lives matter, not just black lives
Exactly.
matter. But
That's
the
what.
thing here is these guys just do anything for money. I don't know if it is even
Yeah,
for money or it could be just plain publicity.
I
But
don't.
yeah,
It might,
and
but then you know how current teams and players are run by their PR companies and PR heads. Like seriously. So
anything,
that's why
and
the
more
mixing
importantly,
of politics and game becomes a
never mix politics.
such a
Exactly, never mix
toxic.
politics and
Exactly.
game. Just doesn't work that way. Yeah. So on
What
that
else do we say about it? Yeah,
Yeah, on that note, let's hope India does well. They win all the rest of
yeah. I
the
hope to
games. It
make.
must be easy
Yeah.
comparatively.
Hmm.
So yeah, fingers crossed, I guess.
Yeah,
Hope,
yeah.
hope we
Hopefully
have.
we make a very good comeback and get go all the way into the knockouts and do well, really well.
Yes,
Chalo.
yes, 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 man.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining again. We'll be back with another
yeah,
video probably
yes,
this weekend also. Please like, share, and subscribe if you
yeah.
like our content.
Like
That's
that.
really helpful. Yes, yes. So yeah, man. Again,
Thank you,
thanks.
man.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Chalo, see you.